Hi fellow birdies, and welcome back to another edition of Mr. Songbird's Writing Mukbang. Hope you've had a fantastic October so far. Today's time for a Q&A. I'm going to be having some cheese manicotti. I think Chris would love this cheese bowl. Now, first though, let's go with the questions. One moment. Let's see. What is the favorite book I've read? And frankly, that's a hard one to answer, but if I had to choose, it'd probably be the Harry Potter series because I've enjoyed it so much. I not only wrote a ton of fan fiction about it, but even today, I still enjoy reading it. Like I'm enjoying the reading it for you folks. And the fact that I'm able to still enjoy reading it, like, gosh, when did I start reading it? 97? Over 2 decades after I started reading it, says a lot. Let's see. Any tips for our fellow writers having writer's block? Now, in this case, it generally depends on what is the main choke point or bottleneck you're facing in terms of being a writer. For example, for some people, it's what do you write about? For others, it's the editing process. For others, it's writing enough. Without knowing what the issue that you're having is, it's going to be difficult for me to answer it. So, to Roses from Mural, I ask, what would you say is causing the most trouble in your writing journey? Because each of those answers will lead to different solutions. Like, if your problem is quantity written, then perhaps you need to focus on spending more time writing, or making it so your time spent writing is more productive. If the difficulty is knowing what to write, it may help to have it outlined ahead of time so you can more or less follow along with your outlining. One point. That's good stuff. Like all the delicious cheese, some marinara sauce, all mixed together with some manicotti. Next question. Have I done any promotional work for my book? A very little bit, but nothing like too big. I've had a friend sorry I've had someone take a look at it and recommend it for their audience, but that's about it. One moment. Let's see. Honestly, I'm just not very good at selling stuff. Even when it's my own stuff, I like to go very passive when it comes to advertising. So even though I could promote it, I always feel awkward doing it. When I do not know whether my book is currently available in public libraries or local bookstores, I kind of doubt it. But if you find one at your local library, let me know. Now, next question. Can you tell us more about setting goals and conflicts with characters? I will certainly do so. I'm going to add that to my list for future videos. I don't want to do like a, I don't want to do like that's a full video topic, so I don't do that like in the middle of a Q&A. But I'd be happy to review in a video. Look at all that cheese. Now, what is the first book called? My first book. And that is Path of the Magi. Sorry, it's the May Trials. It's in the Path of the Magi series. I've also been asked if it's an audiobook. Not at present. Well, I've given thought to it, but haven't pulled the trigger yet, so to speak. One moment. How am I feeling? And honestly, overall, I'm happy. Yeah, there's stuff that isn't exactly what I want to, but I have goals. I'm working towards achieving them. Now, final question. For NaNoWriMo, should I decide in advance what kind of novel I want to write and then just wait till November? Or is it kind of an improvisation thing? And the truth is, you can go either way. You can choose to, go into thorough detail, planning out ahead of time. Or you can choose to just, go improv. Let's see. There's arguments to be said for each one. I will say that. For myself, I kind of outlined it in general terms ahead of time, but I'm not sure if I actually followed my outline as thoroughly as I know I did follow my outline as thoroughly as I wanted to. Which makes sense. Like, it's very easy to have a plot that makes sense in the outline, and then realize it doesn't make sense in the actual execution. You can make NaNoWriMo work for you. Just decide what kind of person are you more of. Like, are you the kind of person who likes to have it all planned out ahead of time, or do you like to kind of roll with the punches more? Plan your NaNoWriMo to take advantage of that. Like, maybe you like a little bit of structure, but not a lot of it. So maybe you should just do like a general concept outline. That's all the time for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you folks in the next video. This is Charles, signing out. Bye, folks.